Hello everyone, Indigo Snake here. Welcome back to another episode of Treasures of Cold Steel. So basically on the last episode where we left off, shit was going down. We had some strange soldiers coming in. This is the part that we've all been waiting for basically. First of all, let me just say that Final Fantasy VII Remake is about to be a thing this year. I had pre-ordered it. It was going to be a surprise. I had pre-ordered it, but then they canceled the pre-order because they changed the date of which it's going to come out. And now they have a free demo. So I want to actually play that. I've actually never played through all of Final Fantasy VII before, because when I was able to get one of my brother's friends gave him the game, and then my brother didn't actually play it, and so I put it in and started playing it. But it's a PlayStation game, and we had a PlayStation 2, and we didn't have a memory card, a PlayStation 1 memory card to save the game on. So what happened is I would play the game partway through, like past the first intro, I guess, get on and then die at some point. So I really didn't make it anywhere. I really didn't make it too far into the game before I would die and have to start over again. And then so I got frustrated. I was like, fuck that, I'm not playing a game where I can't save it. Like, there's no point in playing a JRPG you can't save at all. And I couldn't keep that shit on forever because, you know, electricity bill. So basically this would, like, me playing it, this would be the first time I would be able to sit down and actually absorb the story and play it all the way through. Now, the big thing that happens at some point in the story, a big situation that happens, has already been spoiled for me, so I'm not going to be surprised when that happens. Just in case you guys out there have never played it, because, you know, it's been a long time since it first came out, and there's always new people every day coming into the world of gaming, so I don't want to give away what that shit is. But it was spoiled for me so often. Everybody kept talking about it, and I don't even know the characters that well, but I know who and what this happens to. But that's all I really know about the plot. Really, I know that the main character is an orphan. I did watch the movie. There was like a CG movie that came out. I watched it. I was kind of confused. I thought Sephiroth looked cool. That's all I have to say about Final Fantasy VII. Sephiroth looks sexy. He is the bad guy. I think he's kind of a sociopath or a psychopath, one of those things. Cause, you know, he seemed pretty disinterested in most things. I don't know what his motivations are, but he's just the bad guy. So hopefully, if I play the game, he'll make more sense to me. But knowing Final Fantasy, sometimes they don't give a lot of depth to their enemies. We'll see. But anyways, let's get back into this game. This is the perfect thing to be doing during this coronavirus pandemic, staying at home and not socializing with anyone. I do this very easily. I normally stay in a cave somewhere, but I do still have to go to work, so it's always a chance, and I use the public transportation, so there's always a high chance that I catch the coronavirus. It's already in my state. Who knows how many is actually out there, because there's not enough tests to go around so far, so expect the numbers to keep rising. I'll try to keep myself safe, but there's only so much I can do. So if something happens where I didn't come out with a video that day, it may be because I'm sick. Hopefully I don't die. Let's talk to the little doggy on that note. That's not what it sounds like, but I'm not gonna dig deep for that. They seem to be serving as someone's bodyguards. Having them around makes me feel rather uneasy, though. Why can't they just wait at the wharf instead? This is the annoying child that thinks every guy is trying to get in Laura's pants or something. Other the dog has something else to say. See anybody in here? Yes. Apparently the noble who's been raising a ruckus around here is some big shot. Good grief, I'm not entirely certain who it is, but I'd appreciate it if they got their soldiers out of here. I can't possibly do business with them standing outside my store. I'm not sure why he's here, but I'd appreciate it if he finished up his business and left. Me too. Me too. A man with 2 imposing looking bodyguards passed by the store not long ago. They seem to have been headed toward Lord Arsade's manor. Perhaps they have some business with him. We're getting some info. Some more info for these people. So he had 2 imposing guards, and his guards are still out there. They didn't look very imposing from the distance, but maybe they are. I guess those are the 2 guards right there. There's actually a house back here that I keep forgetting to go into. Maybe like one day I'm gonna get a fucking recipe from here, and it's gonna be well worth my time. Oh my, what could have gotten into Pero? Did something happen? Pero. Maybe I'll call him Pero, but I can't remember my R's that well, so it sounds like Pedo. Like pedo. Oops. So we're gonna avoid talking to the guards unless they force us to do that shit. Okay, cool. That's the Lemaire Provincial Army, isn't it? What would bring them to Legram, of all places? Now I'm a bit worried. Well, you're worried, I'm worried too. There seems to be a real ruckus going on outside. Father should be back by now too. I wonder what happened. Yeah, he's standing right outside. I always see your dad just standing there, speaking of somebody who's not doing work. Right, let's see what old lady has to say. We seem to have some new guests. Nothing to be alarmed about though. They're free to look around all they like. We have nothing to be ashamed of here in Legram after all. Yeah, people say that and then they come in, destroy the entire village. So maybe we should be a little worried, old lady. Oh, look at this boat. Let's take a look at this. This ish. Good God. Let's not get too close, because sometimes you know how games like to start a fucking scene and you're not ready for it. Alright kid. Where'd all these soldiers come from? I wish they'd get out of here. Oh, I thought they'd be like, oh cool, soldiers. I guess not. Man, this sucks. We can't go scope out our base with these losers here. Okay, they're not excited about it. I know when I was a kid, even if it was trouble, if it was something different happening, I'd be excited about it. I mean, I'd be worried, but still excited about it as a child. Because I didn't know any better. Like, oh, cool things happening. Bracer Guild. Let's do here. I'm sure Tolval has something to say. Tolval's not here. Wow, Tolval's not here. He must be already like deep into the situation, like, you know how he just knows everything? So, doesn't surprise me. Are you aware that some big shot noble from Lawrence Province is currently visiting your home, Lady Lara? Oh, Lemaire Province, I'm sorry. Wow, I'm losing my sight already. It's getting to me, whatever it is. The soldiers in town seem to have come as his escorts. Their arrogant attitude is only further proof that men simply cannot be treated alright. It's one hell of a confirmation bias. That is so true, and I do hope they leave soon, regardless of what business they have with Lord Arcade. Their mere presence here leaves a sour taste in my mouth. Rena's so right there. Like, I haven't agreed so hard with somebody right there since that time. Confirmation bias out the ass. I wasn't expecting to see a noble getting off that liner. He must be quite the bold one to try and commandeer it too. We're all rather curious as to what business he has here. Okay, I wonder if that's the boat that you keep talking about. That'd be hilarious if it is. Oh, he's nice. He stopped fishing, not even fishing anymore. Did you catch any fish today? Nope, empty. Damn. What seems to be going on here? What reasons does the Lemaire Provincial Army have to be all the way out in Legram? I don't know, good question. We're just gonna keep asking that question. We're gonna keep increasing the tension here. This is what we like to do here in Indigo Snake World, I guess. Increase tension. Everyone's like, oh god, what could this be? But most people watching this have probably already seen the shit out of this and are like, oh my god, can this girl just do the things that you need to do? Alright, let's find these soldiers. These boondock dwellers have been standing around gawking at us this whole time. It's really starting to bother me. They're lucky their lord is the Radiant Blade Master. Otherwise, they'd have plenty to answer for. Well, I kinda knew he was an asshole, and I was correct. Let's check out this asshole. Oh, where might all of you be from? Our lord happens to be visiting Viscount Arcade at the moment, so be sure not to disturb them. Oh, he seems a little nicer. Okay, alright, I did expect that. Alright, maybe not all the soldiers, but he's still partially assholey. It's hard not to be. Not one step farther. Got it. This boat is currently under our command. We are prepared to swiftly detain anyone who dares to object to our presence. Fuck you. I'm gonna keep going further. I've heard an earful about how scenic Legram is, but it looks like any other rural town to me. I've got no interest in coming to some little hamlet like this, but work is work. Oh my gosh, really? You don't think this is sexy? Look at this. Look at the water's all clear and blue and shit. He don't know. He's just got some terrible taste. He's not good husband material. I don't know. Like, he's just a shitty person. What kind of shitty person do you need to be to look at this and be like, it's ugly, nah. Like, what the fuck, dude? Maybe his place is even better than this. Maybe there's more water. Maybe there's more castles. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. These guys just showed up and took control of the boat. Why are soldiers from La Mer province here, though? Exactly how long do they want us to stand around here for? Ugh, I can't even ask because they'll probably try and accuse me of something. Yeah, they probably will. They're probably like real antsy too, like, oh, you can't ask us questions because you're a pleb or something stupid. Alright, so now that we've talked to everybody out here, we got gawking denizens, we got asshole soldiers who think they're better than you because money.
Strutting around another lord's territory. How pompous can you get?
Yes.
Sounds like there's a real VIP here.
Well, let's return to the manor for now.
Alright, let's check. Is this the, where's the, church at? Did I go to the church? Okay, yeah, this is the church right here. Alright, what do you have to say? Or do you know, because you've just been in the chapel. That was quite the striking person I just saw walking past. The kind of man whose appearance you'd never forget if you've seen him once. I wonder if he's a noble. Oh, I think is that, the leader of the maidens? I don't know what the fuck his name is again. The dude that kind of looks like a retired rock star dude. I'm just surprised people knew that he was walking by. Like, if you're in a fucking church like this, how would you know anyone's walking by? Like, or are you just always looking outside? Okay, whatever. They could have liked this game. I do like that all the characters now have new dialogue options, but they also could have gotten, it's also equally understandable to not have them change their dialogue, because maybe they don't know what's happening outside because they're inside all the time. Huh? What's all the ruckus out there? Have we got ourselves a VIP in town? Not often that we get visitors at this time of the year. Father Hamilcar is chill, as usual. he's like, well, stuff happening, it's crazy, right? Right? Oh, the 4 people. Yep, they're outside. I can only assume that they belong to an influential family. What business do they have here, though? Yeah, it's probably an influential family. It's probably a noble. Probably, Eustace knows them. Wasn't that the noble? No, my eyes must be deceiving me. Oh, he must have seen him before. He looks really cute. Okay. He had 2 bodyguards with him, but they definitely didn't seem like they're part of a provincial army. They felt a lot more dangerous than that. Just who in the world are they? Ooh, could this be the resistance group? Not resistance group, but, you know, the, fucking, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? The group that has the guy with the mask on kicked their ass before. Fuck, I forgot what they called them. They certainly appeared out of nowhere. Granted, most people who have business with the master tend to turn up rather abruptly. It's a good thing that your father is such a chill dude and that he has enough of his own power to back up. Like, a person like that is placed in a position of power, because, man, we would be dead meat, all these fucking a-hole nobles. That's why, you know, Laura was able to get along with everybody so well, because her father's actually pretty nice. And so the whole hate that Machias had towards Lara from the very beginning was probably, like, totally wrong. Like, she was one of the few nobles that weren't assholes. But Maki is totally right in the fact that most nobles are assholes. This is, I mean, Lara and her family is a anomaly, okay, and not the norm. But let's go, finally. Oh, hey, isn't that... Extravagantly dressed man. There's no need to be hasty. At least give my proposal some thought. Your attendance would add an extra degree of prestige to our gathering. I'm merely the lord of a minor rural region. Surely you overstate the importance of my presence. Oh, you know that you're the Radiant Blade Master. Oh, I don't think we've met these people before, but I like his mustache. A man's worth is decided not by himself, but by those he rubs elbows with. And while I'm sure you will understand, I'd appreciate it if you didn't do anything to cause any unnecessary conflict. I'm not sure giving combat training to the Imperial Army is something you ought to be doing either. After all, neither of us want any trouble now, do we? Yeah, but he clearly knows how to fight. And with that, I bid you a fond farewell. Oh, and my compliments to the excellent tea. I am honored, Your Grace. See ya. Excuse us, burly man. He had a mustache. He had a ponytail out of nowhere. That is an unnecessary ponytail if I've ever seen one. My, if it isn't young Lara. And Eustace Alborea too. It's a pleasure to see you again, Your Grace. Oh, sorry, that's Lara. It's a pleasure to see you again, Your Grace. I appreciate all you continue to do for my father. You must know him. Yeah, but look at how tense they are. I wasn't expecting him to show up here of all people. Milliam just knows everybody. That's Duke Cayenne. Oh my god, I love it. I love his name. He seems like an ass, but I love his name. Head of the foremost of the 4 great houses and ruler of the port city Ordis. So he's the 4th guy that we did. I was like, we know 3 of them, but we don't know the 4th one. His authority extends over the entire province of Lemaire to the west. Duke Cayenne. It's kind of cute. I'd love to stay and talk a while, but I'm afraid other urgent matters call me away. I'll endeavor to arrange another opportunity for us to meet in the near future. But for now, I bid you farewell. I really don't want to meet you on some other circumstances. Oh, what have we here? So you're Thor's Military Academy's Class 7, huh? How do you... Oh, just happened to do a little leisure time reading on your class. Not a bad looking bunch. Good. Enough of the chit-chat. His Grace awaits. Excuse us. I like the burly man's braids. See ya, kids. Who are those men? They don't look like soldiers from a provincial army, that's for sure. And they did seem to know about our class. I presume that they're personal bodyguards hired by Duke Cayenne. Father. You needn't look so concerned. However, it seems like they've finally begun to act. Oh gosh. Stuff is starting to happen. The noble faction has begun acting in secret? Oh, the noble faction. Indeed, for the past month they've been quite active behind closed doors. No doubt they're trying to reaffirm their unity, holding conference after conference all across the country. Of course, I'm sure this isn't news to your youngest classmate. Well, yeah. The intelligence division's all on edge, wondering whether they're about to start a full-scale conflict with the reformists. I don't understand. It's so disconcerting that she just knows so much. It's really weird. I hate it. This is the part of Milliam that I don't really like. I like when she is actually acting as a child, but I don't like when she's acting beyond her age. And that's usually not the case for me, but it's fucking annoying right here. Seriously? So that's what they've been up to, scurrying around all this time. But since Duke Cayenne's basically the leader of the noble faction, I sure wasn't expecting him to come all the way out here in person. Nor was I. They appear to be planning a large conference in the near future to be attended by all members of the noble faction. The Duke came all the way out here to insist that I attend. But father, you're not even a member. Quite right, my lady. Your father has long kept his distance from the faction. Oh, that's Butler, I'm sorry. In the same way, he has also cut space between himself and the reformists, preferring to remain neutral. However, they're convinced that all nobles should belong to the noble faction as a matter of course. I've heard they've been quite forceful about bringing those nobles who don't support the faction into their ranks. Would I be correct in assuming that my family is involved in all of this? I'm afraid so. There's been some disagreement over whether Duke Cayenne or Duke Alberea should lead the four great houses, but I expect that either would bring the same platform to the table. Eustace, if you don't mind my asking, do you happen to know where my family stands on the issue? You need not worry about your family's allegiances. Lord Swarzer is widely known as an even more obstinate man than I. I can't imagine that he'd have any interest in supporting the questionable actions of other nobles. I see. I'm actually a little relieved to hear you say so. Hold on a moment. Perhaps there's a move we can make after all. I'm afraid I'll be leaving Legram again on another of my little trips. I apologize for the suddenness, but please tend to things in my absence. As you wish, my lord. Father. Wow, well that was sudden. I believe in acting swiftly and decisively. Sexy. I intend to establish contact with all the nobles who have remained neutral in the ongoing factional conflict. How many of those are out there? I guess it's enough for him to make short trips, I guess, so as to prevent them being taken in by the noble faction's coercive methods. Ah. Father, a prudent course of action, I think. In that case, I'd be happy to come with you. I don't know who the fuck this is. Oh, Tavel. I should have known. Tavel, what are you doing here? Ah, so you're here as well. Well, he wasn't at the Bracer Guild, so wouldn't miss a chance to catch a glimpse of the majestic Duke Cayenne. Did you know he left in a limousine that came all the way from Bereahard? Wait, then it couldn't have. Did it belong to the Alberea family? Well, Rufus Alberea got into it, so yeah, I'd say that's likely. Couldn't ask for a classier escort. Yep, you're part of this fucking useless. You're part of this shit. I don't know how much Rufus is totally okay with this, but he's probably just going along with the show right now. Didn't say anything to him. He smiled for some reason. So Rufus was here. Well, he is the heir of the Alberea family. Considering our visitor was none other than Duke Cayenne, it's not at all surprising that Rufus would pick him up. But I know you didn't just come here to volunteer your company on my trip. Well, it just so happens that these guys here brought me a pretty curious story. You've gotten a confirmation that a mechanical monster appeared on the highway outside Legram. Is that so? I believe this is the first time one's appeared since the counter-offensive Sir Cassius launched 2 years ago. Oh, the counter-offensive, that's right. Come to think of it, that was the first time we met, wasn't it? It was, indeed. What a strange coincidence. Have any others been found in the area? Nothing so far. This is just a hunch, but I suspect it may have been released as a diversion. I concur. Perhaps having you come with me is the best course of action after all. Alright, that's what I wanted to hear. Father, it sounds like there's a lot more going on here than just factions butting heads. Sorry, I can't say anything for certain just yet. But if you turn up anything concrete, I'll be sure to tell Sarah, and she'll pass it on. Yep, because she's, you know, in spirit, still part of the Bracers, even though she was forced to find other employment. Alright, here's what I've got for you this afternoon. Oh, more of this shit. I guess all the deep shit is over, huh? A golden catch. Calling all fishermen, Could someone catch me the elusive gold salmon? Find me at the Apricot's Inn for more detailed information. Weber. Wow, okay. When you finished up for the day, I'd appreciate it if you could head to the guild and file your reports. I left you a note on the counter telling you how to do it. Nothing too difficult. Got it. Leave it to us. Just make sure to lock up before you leave for the night. Someone else should be coming in to take care of things tomorrow. Understood. We'll do our best to take care of the guild in your absence. I wish you well in your studies, and I hope you'll forgive me for leaving so suddenly. Not to worry, Father. I'm used to it. Thank you again for your hospitality and for agreeing to a duel. I look forward to our next meeting. As do I. You show great promise as a swordsman. Oh god, that is the best compliment Ree could ever receive. Okay. I hope you'll continue to devote yourself to your studies and training alongside my daughter. I'm honored, sir. In fact, I hope all of you will look past her uncouth father and continue giving her your friendship and support. What? Uncouth? What? You're fucking sexy and cool all the time. No one thinks you're uncouth. What uncouth thing has he done? Pulled out a sword that time? Like, I mean, he's a fucking swordsman. What? He was doing a duel. He pulled it out of a case. That shit's classy as fuck. Not uncouth. Alright. As a single father, the fact that I've yet to hear any tales of budding romance concerning my daughter has me worried. Oh, that's so different from what everyone else, every other female in the fucking town thinks Laura should not be having any sort of romantic interest with anyone. Father, it would be oh my god, I'm so tired. I keep saying I'm not gonna do he anymore, but here I am. It would be our pleasure. She sure does seem popular with the girls, though. I pray you have a safe journey. Thank you for all you've done for us. Catch you later, then. Give my best to Sarah. Oh, so the ladies really like her. Is that what Million was trying to say? I mean, Laura seems to... I mean, as far as I know, I'm just gonna assume that she likes guys, but it's not being confirmed. I'm just assuming. Why must he always be so? Honestly, you've got one amazing dad. Free-spirited, open-minded, not to mention incredibly strong. Having met him, I can tell how you grew up like you did. Huh? Reen's right, you know. You're living proof that great parents lead to great children. I suppose having someone like him in your life as a role model would naturally lead you to aspire to greatness. Well, that or feel woefully inadequate in comparison, develop an inferiority complex. Oh my god, Eustace! I love it, Eustace. Cause, in Gaius's and Laura's situation, it seems like they had really good parents and they want to aspire to be like them. In Eustace's situation, it's a little different. But all told, you're living proof the daughter of the Arceate house has grown up sound in mind and body. Stop teasing me at once. Moving on. Tauvel has entrusted us with looking after the guild. We may have only half a day remaining, but we still have our duties to fulfill. Look at her, trying to change the subject. I am not. Oh, that's so cute. One additional quest was added. After you return to the guild to file your reports, the time of day will advance the evening and the main story will proceed. Okay, we're back to normal music again. Well, let's see if we can talk to people in here. There's no need for us to board the train right now. Yeah, let's focus on the task at hand. Looks like my camera's fucking up again. It's gonna be fun editing that shit. Let's see if people are saying anything different right now. So that was an Orbital limousine, huh? It was not exactly the kind of car you expect to see roll into town. I'm a bit worried about the effect a heavy vehicle like that might have on paving stones and bridges. Guess I'll go have a look for myself. We can't leave the highway all damaged. The spirits themselves use it too. I imagine they'll be quite upset if you don't take care of it. Yeah, if you believe in that shit. I mean, and you would think spirits just float over it, and you don't think they actually like have actual mass and interact with the physical environment, do you? Anyways, let's go in here. Ogram is by no means an affluent region, but we can all still live rich, fulfilling lives thanks to Adios and the spirits watching over us. We have no need or desire for anything more. This is really a great place, guys. Like, the fact that you have a leader who's not, you know, who shares his, like, wealth with everybody, it seems, and protects his citizens. I think that's good. He could do more, because it is probably still income inequality at the max in this area, because they live in a really nice mansion and everyone else lives in a decent house. So, I mean, I guess not, I guess people aren't living in, like, fucking huts or some shit. But goddamn, you know the leader is living in some lap of luxury right now. Like, that is a huge mansion compared to anyone else's house. So it's not quite equal, but compared to the other shit that we've seen, it's better than most places, let's say. Hey, it's the fisherman. Phew, that boat finally left. It sure was a rough bunch, but hey, at least now I can get back to work. Oh, it's the kids. I've been searching everywhere for you two. What have you been doing here? Put a sock in it. We're not telling some dumb girl in— oh, damn. Yeah, we're having a manly adventure, so you better step off. Fine, just do what you want. I hope some evil spirits comes and snatches you away. Jeez. This might be part of the reason why I don't really like guys. and little boys are like this. Unless you have a cool brother, but little boys are generally like this. And they think girls have cooties and shit. I don't understand why. Now, if you have, like I said, if you have a cool brother who just treats you as his equal, and you guys just play with, and so, like, the thing is, if you are a small child who has the opposite sex as a close in age friend, basically, if you're on friendly terms, you understand that there's not much of a huge difference between a female and a guy, so you don't treat them differently, which I'm glad I provided that insight to my brother, because he never, as far as I know, when he was a child like this, he didn't treat other girls like that. I mean, he just treated everybody the same. But I knew a lot of boys that were like this in school. They would be like, ew, girls, all the time, and wouldn't play with me. And no, the girls wouldn't play with me either, but that's a different story. How about you shut your trap? Girls like you don't get to tell us what to do, alright? Beat it, Chloe. You're gonna ruin our big adventure plans hanging around here. I'm surprised she didn't, like, say anything worse than that. She's just like, do what you want. Just kind of chill. But compared to the shit that she said to, like, our group of actual grown men, pretty nice, pretty level response. Oh, is that— I think that's— oh no. Okay, yeah, the little girl says shit and she says shit too. Life isn't easy for Chloe, it would seem. Perhaps because she's relatively close in age to Julian and Carno. As a fellow admirer of Lady Lara, I'm rather worried about her. That's fucked up, guys. Let's not reinforce their already, like, terrible views on guys by actually being a terrible person. I'll talk to the other person that's outside here. Oh, it's a fucking dog. Hasn't given me a quest yet. I'm not gonna do it, guys. I'm not gonna be panting for you guys. So awkward. Did I talk to that person in the corner over there? Oh, okay, this is a whole different person. Hi. Hey there, Cindy. What brings you here? Oh, good day. You wouldn't happen to have seen Tobble today, would you? I did, but I'm afraid he's currently out of town attending some business. I see. Do you need something from the guild? It's nothing too important. Well, Tobble did leave us in charge of the guild for the day. Oh yeah, and we're right here, so ask us if you need anything. That's right. Helping others is what the guild does, and that's what we're here for too. Lady Lara, I can't simply ask you to give up your time for my sake. But if you insist, then I suppose. I happen to be looking for some luminous grass, you see. Oh? I can't recall ever hearing of such a plant before. I assume it's well known here in Legram? That's right. It's a rare flower that grows in the surrounding countryside. It has the unusual trait of blooming only on sunny days and only when the previous day was foggy. Okay, that certainly is very unusual and highly specific for a fucking plant. I guess that'd make today an ideal day to go find some then. That's correct. That's why I made my way to the guild to ask Tovel to find some for me, but as you just informed me, he isn't in today. I can't really go out onto the highway on my own because of the monsters though, so I'm at a loss as to what to do. So would you be willing to go and gather some for me instead? Hell yeah. Leave it to us. Really? Thank you so much. I have a pretty good idea as to why you might want it, but allow me to ask. I assume you're planning to make a charm, right? That's correct. A charm? In Legram, when someone you hold dear embarks on a long journey, it's a tradition to make a charm for them. Then, you give it to that person to take with them, and it's supposed to bring them good luck. Wow, I'd never heard of any traditions like that. It's a custom that stretches all the way back to the Middle Ages. It's said it began when people offered charms to members of the Eisenritter as they left for distant battlefields. Fascinating. So how was the luminous grass used to make these charms then? Well, the traditional way has you place one of its petals within the charm itself. Because of how the flowers bloom, people believe they have the power to clear away fog. And because of that, the flower came to symbolize victory over chaos. Wow, that's pretty deep. Yeah, that actually sounds like a really cool charm. Have you ever been given one, Lara? I have, actually. Cindy gave me one right before I left for Thoris. Sarah, and Chloe both gave me one too. Wow. Someone has some admirers. I keep them in my desk at the academy. When I look at them, it always makes me feel a little closer to home. They're some of my most prized treasures. I'm so pleased to hear you say that. Hee. Oh my god, I did it. I fucking did the hee. She really does care for Lara, doesn't she? I think we can safely assume so. Back to the luminous grass though. What exactly does it look like? Guys, it's so interesting. Like, I need to know what these flowers look like because I'm #flower boy. It's the only flower with the white petals that grows around here, so that'll be the easiest way to find them. They may be rare, but we should be able to find one if we search the Abel Highway. I've heard they're found more frequently at higher elevations, particularly near steep cliffs and the like. Well, with that much information, we ought to be able to find one. Let's start the search while we still have plenty of daylight. Yeah, time for flower power! Thank you very much. Good luck. Cool. We got a new quest. I'm glad we got more than just one quest. I was like, what the fuck, dude? One quest? That's it? Alright, so we got that shit to do. Got the hotel. I think I'm gonna stop it for now. I think I haven't talked to everybody yet, but we'll get to that shit on the next episode. So, as always, can't wait to see you next time. Bye-bye.